being, and we're live. It is the Ken Beck Scrum on a Wednesday, and we have Sam and Nicola and Ben. And Ben was in first. And Ben, let's start with you. How are things going in your part of the world?
Things are going well here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But for me in particular, hello, someone else is here.
Praveen, hey Praveen.
Right. Hello.
Yeah.
For me in particular, I've let's see, sent in a pull request for the submitted a pull request or contributed to my work in progress pull request for website one. And I've got everything working now, I think. Yay! So I've actually gotten the thing to I asked some questions about it. The only thing that needs to be fixed now is that we need to figure out how to load up Lolex so that we're not including it.
Right.
I looked into various ways of doing that, but I think there may be a way that we want to. I think there may be a best practice for that based on what it specifically is. I looked at some other JavaScript libraries, and there are various ways that they're being pulled in from different CDNs or whatnot. But so I'm not 100% certain.
Sure.
The best
yeah.
way
Okay.
to go. Yeah.
So you've got kind of a little a sort of a minor block there in just like the best next step there.
Yeah.
You've got the summaries of that. Okay, yeah. So we can maybe we can take a pass round on that at the end of the Scrum. Anything else on your mind? Anything else daring to block you?
Not on this. I'm just I've started. I'm about halfway through doing the softmax things because I finished the. This is on the
deep learning
mob stuff. So I've completed the linear classifier stuff with the stochastic gradient descent, and I actually got over 40% on my last run. So, but it seems to go back and forth. Anyway, yeah. So now I'm about halfway through making the softmax thing happen. So I think that's that. I've checked out another Wiki EDU dashboard thing, and I'm plodding along on that. That's about it.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Ben, for the update there. Looking forward to hearing more about all that stuff in the deep learning mob tomorrow. Nicola was in next. Nicola, how are things going with you?
Fine. The only blocker that I have is the Sprockets Railsham upgrade.
Right.
And after that, I talked with the Travessia guys with the link that you gave me, and yeah, it's everything working now. I think that now the only thing that is broken, but it's not my pull request, is the Stamatios pull request.
Right.
And I tried to see where it was failing. And I think that when you are creating the create breadcrumbs methods, that when you are trying to in the action, because you have a method that is triggering per each action on the organization controller, and there is one that is not created. And I don't know if he didn't push it, the changes, because it seems like it only forgot the create method. But I don't know.
Indeed. So well, just to pick apart the different things that. So one, yeah, we were having the problem on local support today that them via GitHub, which is of course like they've got a whole separate support thing which takes ages. But if you go out and talk to them on GitHub, they get back really fast and it's fantastic. Yeah. So we now have CI running on local support again, which is great. Looks like you're then sort of got some potential interaction with. I always get confused because it's Stamatios. Because his surname is very similar to his first name, and of course he's not here now. But yeah, that'll be something to look into with him. It looks like it's probably a spec there. Anyway, so he can come back around on that.
Yeah.
No need for you to worry about that too much. But you were saying, yeah. So the other thing that you had been working on was the sprockets rails, which we looked at in the previous Scrum, and yeah, you're kind of blocked here in terms of making any progress. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, did you get all the things running that we looked at before? It's just you're not sure how to proceed.
I didn't have too much time. I'm just like giving you an update that I'm still
okay,
there,
right.
so.
It's not that you've encountered some new problem, just you haven't looked at it too much yet.
Yeah,
yeah. No worries at all. Yeah, the other thing we thought that we might look at is about Karma maybe not being updated in the website one, but we'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Great. Great update. Thanks, Nicola. Let's just go on to Praveen. Hey, Praveen, how are things going with you?
I'm good, Chen. Thank you. And not much of an update from my side. Just going through, just attended the Phoenix Guide Mob
Oh yeah,
with Federico.
great.
And yeah, watched the first Ethereum mob also.
Mhm.
It was nice stuff there. So we'll probably talk also.
Great. Yeah, and I think our plan was you were going to maybe try and book a pairing session with me to have a look at finishing up. Well, yeah, you're actually working. So, well, Nicola was asking about how the karma works and so on. Nicola, Praveen had previously, we found, or was working on a bug that is sometimes like the karma calculation gets derailed. And we sort of superficially fixed it. But yeah, so this is the pull request there. But so yeah, if Praveen, if you want to make more progress on this, book a face-to-face session with me, and maybe Nicola might be interested to join.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Well, thanks, Praveen, for your update. Good to see you as always. And Nick is here as well. Nick, hello, Nick.
Hello,
Hey,
how's
how
it
you
going?
doing?
Hey, Nick.
A long time no see.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, how are things going with you, Nick?
Good. I haven't made any progress on the on that pull request, mainly because I've been doing other stuff. I finished up the ESAS class so that I could, and hopefully what I learned at the last week of that class I can apply to the pull request, since they both have to do with Cucumber testing.
Yep.
And so yeah, I wanted to finish that class first, and now I'm going to work on the pull request and hopefully having a better update for you tomorrow.
Oh, great stuff. Yeah, well done getting the finish on the class there. For reference, yeah, so Nick's working on, this is the posting to social media feeds on local support, which was started by a different developer. Yeah, well, maybe on Friday, particularly if you finish the class, Nick, on Friday, if you come to the MOOC mob, we'll be doing, we can maybe review some of your solutions for the class, and that might be helpful, kind of getting into why Cucumber works in the way it does and all this, that, and the other.
Sounds good. I'll try to make it.
Nice one.
I should be able to make it.
Good show. Excellent. Anything else on your mind, Nick?
Not at the moment.
All right. That's everybody except me. What have I been doing? Gosh. I think we had the marketing meeting. Yes, where we sort of discussed various things. Actually, our marketing intern, Joe, so this is relevant to Nicola, what we were discussing in the Agile Ventures community meeting. We were talking about adjusting, so we've got on the homepage, we've got these, we were seeing how thousands of people come to this page, and 30% of them click through on this code button, and we've got this kind of long essay. And so our marketing intern, Joe, we were talking about how we might change this around. So that was partly based on the discussion we were having on Monday, Nicola. Yeah, we can maybe show you some of the new designs or ideas that she comes up with for that. So it was a marketing meeting.
Nice.
Then we had lunch. I was doing the deep learning stuff. I've also finished the stochastic gradient descent stuff. I have not got very far with the the softmax, and I don't think I'm going to finish that for tomorrow. I actually had a big lunch and spent my time. I watched the whole of the first Ethereum mob, actually, which was great fun. Do check that out if you haven't seen that. Yeah, really interesting to see coding in Solidity on the blockchain. I'll try and catch up with the other ones now. And then I've just sat back down. I'm on the cusp of completing the Agile Ventures monthly report for the trustees, and trying to get all of our accounts completely sorted out. Admin. I can, anything else going on? What is it we've got coming up next? We've got the NHS wiki. That's one of our paid projects coming up next, that meeting, and then I'm going to hope to try and finish up the report. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think in terms of blockages, I think that's sort of Scrum done our Scrum on time, and we're now in the after Scrum. So after Scrum period, I guess we've got. So Ben, you've got a sort of, I guess, an outstanding question there about how to get that, where to get Lolex. Okay. Right, I'm remembering this. So at the moment you've got Lolex. So if we go to, I probably haven't got your branch up, but we could quickly go, yeah, we've got Lolex. You've got it in the JavaScript thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we've got these sets of different numbers. It could go in vendor.
Mm-hmm.
That's where various things are. It could also arguably go in, be done through a npm install. But probably the path of least resistance is to just to move it into vendor, I would say, in the first instance.
Okay. Those are not analyzed by the CI.
Right. They shouldn't be.
Because the CI engine really doesn't like Lolex. It has all kinds of...
Well, ironically, this is the thing about having instead of CI, you mean the code climate. Ironically, all of these hardworking libraries out there, like jQuery and so on, that make our lives fantastically easy, tend to be analyzed as being absolutely awful by the... I mean, similarly, if you took lots of traditional software engineering code metrics, Rails is a disaster area, and yet it helps us get things done. So I think it's we've got to take a lot of these metrics about clean code. I mean, it's great. They're great to aspire to, but I think we also have to realize that a lot of people who are getting stuff done and building successful projects and that make our lives easier haven't necessarily got to where they've got by cleaving precisely to what the traditionalists say about exactly what makes good software. But I don't know. I mean, it's a conundrum. My mind is torn apart on a daily basis. Really, it's there. So that's So hopefully that's a good first part. We've got another big thing in here in website one that we were discussing before. We've got this entire custom, I don't know, JavaScript loading process that I feel that we may need to move away from. But that's another story for another time.
Right. Okay. I sort of looked through that and was wondering.
Yeah, so we're facing a problem with trying to upgrade Rails sprockets or sprockets Rails, and it doesn't play nicely with this. Or at least our Jasmine tests will pass. I mean, an interesting question about whether actually the functionality is still there. Almost for upgrading to Rails 5, I would have half a mind to create a clean Rails 5 app and move the functionality bit by bit from whatever it is that we currently have over there. But that's, I don't know, maybe that's completely crazy. Anyway, I think
it would be time consuming.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, of course, would it be more time consuming than fixing all of the bugs with trying to upgrade the Rails 5 from within the kind of structure that we have here? So that's another story. Interestingly, local support works perfectly well without this custom thing at all. So, I mean, it's a simpler approach might be to just remove that. The only other thing, I got to go on to this next meeting now. The only other thing I was just going to say is the running of the Karma background job. Now that, if we can go over here, I'm in the wrong place now. I think I've lost Nick. Bye, Nick. No. So we've done, that was one thing. I don't know if I've mentioned it in here. This is Praveen's one there. You can sort of see parts of the job itself there, Nicola. But so the if I go into, I think it's the quick thing to do.
I mean, you can go into the server and trigger the rake task for.
So the way that one would run the rake task. I mean, or you could say, I mean, I should give you access to this if you don't have it already. But let me just quickly show you. So if we go to website one, production, we've got. Where are they? We've got a thing here, which is the scheduler, Heroku scheduler, standard Heroku scheduler. And that runs a number of items. We've got our new website one DevOps channel, or have we? We haven't got a website one DevOps channel. Maybe we need a website one DevOps channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do. Since that's what all the other projects are getting, I think website one will feel left out if it doesn't have website one DevOps. Let's make that. Okay. And but so we should be able to see, so we can actually see here the set of different background jobs that get run. I'm just going to paste that quickly into the DevOps channel. I think we got this. There's the
Karma
karma
calculator.
calculator is this, but so in principle, what we can do to like that should run daily on local support on website 1. But if we go and grab a website 1 window like so, we can do Heroku run that thing and then minus our production, and that should force the karma calculator update. One reason that you might not see updates in your karma value relates to the fact that I think the way this works is it possibly looks at the commits that are on master rather than on develop. And there's not a lot of the things that you should get, like attendance in scrums or whatever. Since we lost the Google Hangout API, we've lost a lot of the ways in which these things
you can get karma.
Which is really annoying. But this would be the anyway. I'll paste any errors that we get into there, and you can check whether your thing updates. But and I can also, we'll check in again tomorrow. Make sure that you have access to the full stack so that you can run this yourself if necessary. Cool. All right. Thanks everyone.
Nice.
Great to see you all. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for
Bye.
now.
Bye bye.
See you.
Bye bye.